Hello everybody. So for today's card I'm using the Memory Box Dear Family stamp that I had shown in a One Crazy Stamper haul months ago now. It's been a couple months since I've ordered anything new. Holy. So yeah, inking it up with MFT's chocolate brown ink and just making sure that the whole stamp is good and covered. Which with new stamps, a lot of times it helps to really scrub them up and like clean them several times just so they'll take ink well, but this one did, but it's also a smaller image. So inked that up, stamped it onto a piece of craft cardstock, and then I've got a couple strips of pattern paper from the Bow Bunny Silver and Gold pack. And my original idea was to like have a strip of paper and then I was going to stamp the sentiment on the cardstock, and then I thought about I'd emboss the sentiment, and then I decided to not do that at all and just stamp the sentiment onto this lighter piece of pattern paper. So I applied a tiny bit of adhesive to it just to keep it from shifting around on my craft mat so that I can use my stamp positioner just to line it up and make things easier. And yeah, I've been getting a lot of questions about the stamp positioner lately. I get mine, or got mine, from ccdesignsrubberstamps.com. I almost always link to it with the rest of the supplies. Usually I forget when I make special mention of it. But yeah, it's always linked with the rest of the supplies. And I love mine and use it lots, obviously. So, got the sentiment stamped, again, the same chocolate brown ink. And then I'm going to adhere the strips of pattern paper to the piece of craft cardstock. And I cut a third strip, just kind of going from largest to smallest there. And then once I've got that done, I'm going to grab my crocodile corner chomper to round the two edges of this little strip of cardstock. So once I've got that done, I'm going to take it and also round the edges of the card base itself, which is also craft cardstock. That's what I love the corner chomper for, because you can do the entire card base, like front and back, with just one punch. So wonderful little tool there. Got that done, and then I'm going to grab some MFT hemp cord, which I'm obsessed with lately, and use it on everything, and wrap it around this little piece of cardstock and tie it in a bow, and then just trim off the edges. And then I wanted to pop those up on, or this like piece on dimensionals, just so it sticks out a little bit. So yeah, grab my big dimensionals, and as always, cut them in half. So get them cut in half, placed where I want them, and then I always use just a pair of sharp scissors to peel off the backing because the red line tends to be a little stubborn, but I can get it right off with a pair of scissors. And then just adhere that to the outside of the card, and that's it for the outside. So for the inside of the card, I'm just using the Dear Family stamp again, but I grabbed a piece of scrap paper that I just use for stamping off different things and that kind of stuff. I keep using the same piece of paper until it's so covered you can't even see it anymore. So inked up the stamp, and then I stamped it off twice because I wanted the Dear Family to be really, really light on the inside of the card. And then the third time stamped it down, and then the sentiment is again from my Christmas card words set. And my original idea was to stamp it over the Dear Family. That's another reason why I stamped them off and made them lighter, because I was going to have the words over it, but then I didn't really like how that looked, so instead decided to stamp it underneath them, and that's all there was to it. So super simple for today. And like I said, there will be a link below the video to my blog post, and in that I'll post links to all the supplies that I used. And thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!